Our Sierra Club Wisconsin story. Chapter 1. From city parks to old-growth forests, from the air we breathe to the water we drink. Everyone depends on a vibrant and healthy world. The Sierra Club brings people together in a powerful environmental movement to do just that. We're addressing climate change and protecting the places we live, work, and recreate in Wisconsin. We are raising critical funds to continue our work, so please consider donating to us during the Big Share.
My name is Laura Lane. I'm the chair of the Wisconsin chapter of the Sierra Club. Our mission is to explore, enjoy, and protect the wild places of the earth. I know for my family, getting outside in nature has been a sanity saver during this very difficult past year. Hiking different sections of the Ice Age Trail in Dane County has provided us a refuge and escape from the constant stresses of living in a pandemic. The work of the Wisconsin Sierra Club is the work of protecting our beautiful lands and wildlife, fighting for clean air and water, and limiting the dire effects of climate change. We are a large and powerful grassroots network of volunteers who know how to organize and win on environmental issues. Our work makes a difference. Our volunteers, led by a talented staff, help secure the retirement announcement of half the coal plants in Wisconsin. We are leading the way to transition our state to 100% clean energy, and this is a huge victory for our climate. In addition, Wisconsin's 10-year Forest Action Plan was recently revised. As a result of our lands team work, an entire chapter about forests and climate change was added to the plan. Currently, we are fighting to protect gray wolves from hunting practices that will needlessly harm this important species. We want to ensure that future generations will experience our beautiful state as we know it today. I hope as you watch this video and learn more about our work that you will be inspired to join me in making a gift to the Wisconsin Sierra Club. Thank you.
Chapter 2. Everyone needs nature. Access to the natural environment is important to our well-being. Whether you live in urban or rural areas of our state, time in nature can lower stress levels, supports good mental health, boosts vitamin D levels, which improves energy, and can improve sleep quality, among many other benefits. But not everyone has the same opportunities to enjoy the restorative benefits of nature. We are working hard to remedy this and having fun while we're at it.
Hi, my name's Adam from the Lands team, and I wanted to take a brief moment to mention one of the events that the Lands team hosted. It's the Snow Sculpture Contest. And the main goal for the contest really was to bring awareness and appreciation for the local and state parks that we have that everyone can visit. And another goal that we had for this contest really was to draw a connection with Every Kid's Outdoor campaign. And that's a campaign for national parks to help promote free access to fourth graders to visit the parks, see what they're about, enjoy them, and then hopefully years down the road they will continue to buy park passes. So another goal of this contest really is to help bring awareness of this push to bring that national campaign to the state park level. So it was really important to get the community support behind the contest because it also provided them information on upcoming events and also promoting this Every Kid's Outdoor campaign. So overall, we could not do it without the community. So thank you.
We've been offering fun, socially distant activities to provide opportunities for anyone and everyone to connect with nature, like our snow sculpture, bingo, and geocaching events.
Hi everyone, my name is Vandita Chittajalu, and I'm a volunteer with Sierra Club's wildlife team. This past year, I had the privilege of working with the Lands team in order to host the Wisconsin Loves Parks event. This event featured a nature-themed bingo card, which was distributed amongst those who had registered for the event. The bingo card consisted of various activities, including exploring Wisconsin's diverse habitats, searching for native flora and fauna, and working through some online actions that Sierra Club was currently advocating for. This event wouldn't have been a success at all without community involvement. As participants made their way through the bingo card, they were helping to support Sierra Club's mission, which encourages us to explore, enjoy, and protect our wild spaces. As I said before, community involvement was and it will continue to be integral to Sierra Club's ability to advocate for our wild places. So we encourage you to, as 2021 progresses, continue to be involved in our process. Thank you so much for your support.
We are also doing advocacy work, like promoting the Every Kid Outdoors campaign, which would allow all fourth graders and their families free access to our state parks and forests.
Sierra Club Wisconsin's lands team is running a campaign called Every Kid Outdoors. Every Kid Outdoors is a federal level pass that allows fourth graders and their families to get into national parks for free. Our ask is for this pass to be accepted at state parks by the Wisconsin DNR. We know that there are many, many barriers that keep people from accessing the outdoors, whether that's transportation or being able to afford a pass, feeling safe in a park, or having the gear needed to enjoy the outdoors. So this is just one step towards increasing access that we're advocating for. It's a starting point and not the be-all end-all solution. But we are hoping that because there aren't very many national parks in Wisconsin, the only one is way up north. And so a lot of people, because of transportation barriers, might not be able to use the Every Kid Outdoors Pass. The hope is to access our state lands in a more accessible way. So that's one of the many campaigns that we're working on and a first step in increasing access to green spaces, public lands, and enjoying the outdoors in a safe and accessible way.
Chapter 3: Protecting Land and Climate. Old-growth forests aren't just beautiful, they are working hard in ways that benefit us. Old-growth ecosystems provide excellent carbon sequestration to help mitigate climate change. They also create nutrient-rich topsoil, support thriving ecosystems and biodiversity, and help improve our water and air quality. These old friends need to be preserved, but today, fewer than 1% of Wisconsin's forests are old growth. We are advocating for forest management practices that will protect existing old growth and allow for more mature forests to develop across the state.
Hi, I'm Kelsey, a volunteer with the Sierra Club Wisconsin Lands team. Last year, our team asked the residents of 29 Wisconsin counties to submit public comments on their county's 15-year forest action plans. We specifically asked for the inclusion of protection of old-growth forests. Actions and advocacy like this would not be possible without your support, contributions, and participation.
In addition, we're working to protect our state parks, public lands, wetlands, and lake shores, and the species that inhabit these areas for generations of Wisconsinites to come.
My name is Rose Both. I'm a member of the Wisconsin Chapter Lands team, and I'm also the political chair of Great Waters Group. And I want to talk to you today about an issue that the Lands team is going to be working on in the coming year, and that's the development of Kohler Andre Lakeshore. Kohler Andre State Park and land north of the park, owned by Kohler Company, are a single ecosystem, and that ecosystem is called Kohler Andre Lakeshore. It's the home of 11 endangered, threatened, and species of concern, birds, reptiles, and plants. It's a rare interdunal wetland, and it's also an old-growth forest. And I think most of us who are members of the Sierra Club know that climate change is not just an issue of reducing carbon emissions, it's also an issue of preserving land and preserving habitat. Kohler proposes a development that will take 4 acres of Kohler Andre State Park, our state park that belongs to all of the citizens of Wisconsin, and turn it into a 4-lane highway and a rotary to lead people up to their development. They also want a part of that state park to build a 22,000 square foot maintenance facility. They say that this development will bring jobs to the area, an area that already has high-end jobs going begging, and an area that already has 17 golf resorts, 4 of those belonging to Kohler Company. If anybody wants a job as a groundskeeper or a waiter or a caddy, there are 17 places in Sheboygan County that you can go and get a job like that. There is no need for any more golf resorts in Sheboygan County. This is simply a whim of some wealthy people who want to see a beautiful and rare landscape turned into sort of a fun place for rich people to spend $500 a day golfing. There's a fairness issue here. There's a power issue here. And most of all, there's a land issue here. We need to be preserving our land. We don't need to be giving away any more of it for developments. So I hope you'll support us in this, I don't want to call it a battle, but let's say it's an opportunity to bring a wealthy Wisconsin company and some wealthy Wisconsinites to the table for a reasonable discussion about what should be done with a rare and beautiful piece of land that needs to be preserved and a state park that needs to continue to belong to all the people. So thank you. And I hope we'll see you in the coming year, and I hope you'll help us out with this. Thanks.
Chapter 4: Land Preservation and Water Protection. We know that everything in our world is interconnected. If you disrupt the land, it disrupts and endangers our waters. We're working hard to stop dangerous mining proposals, which would cause environmental and health damage.
The Wisconsin chapter of the Sierra Club has been tracking mining issues closely for more than 30 years now, dating back to the Flambeau mine and the Crandon mine proposal. And now yet another company is attempting to get permits to mine along the Menominee River just over the border in Michigan. The Back 40 open pit mine proposal endangers that river and Lake Michigan with tens of millions of tons of sulfide mining wastes that could cause pollution for years to come. The same company behind Back 40 has interests in 2 similar deposits in Wisconsin, and they'd work to permit them if they're successful in Michigan. The mining industry and their cronies in the legislature successfully gutted Wisconsin's mining protections recently, including repeal of our landmark Prove It First law for mining. This means the threat of new mining proposals that endanger our water resources is real. Your support of the Wisconsin chapter of the Sierra Club is vitally important to safeguarding our water for generations to come. Please give generously on Tuesday for the Big Share to continue monitoring these proposals and to ensure that we have the resources to oppose them if they can't be proven to be operated safely. Thank you for all you do to support this work.
Tar sands pipelines also pose a threat to our land and water. From their extraction, which involves massive deforestation, to the construction of pipelines, which disrupts family farms, state parks, and sometimes infringes on tribal rights, to the billions of gallons of dirty oil that rush through our Great Lakes and under our watersheds in leak-prone pipelines, and the emissions released by burning that oil. These pipelines put the health and well-being of our communities at risk.
Wisconsin's lands and waters are unique and something that we value and commit to protecting. We have tar sands pipelines running through Wisconsin that pose a threat to land, water, and livelihoods, and our tar sands team is working to shut those pipelines down and to protect the earth. Tar sands oil is a sludge-like crude oil that must be diluted and refined before it can be used, and that whole process is expensive and very dirty, even more so than conventional oil. It would be devastating if a spill happened. Tar sands would coat wildlife and wetlands and contaminate waters like Lake Superior, destroying them in the process. Tar sands oil is almost impossible to clean up, and ecosystems would face significant damage. And that's why our tar sands team has been working really hard to fight pipelines here in Wisconsin and in the region. In the last few months, we've created and collected art that calls for Line 5 to be shut down, put on a webinar that made connections between pipelines in the region, written letters to the editor, and more. And all of this work takes dedicated time and money, and we could not do it without your support, so thank you. All of us are working together to build this resistance movement, and we're really excited to work together on what comes next.
Chapter 5: Wildlife Protection. A healthy ecosystem also means looking out for wildlife, like the gray wolf. Wolves play an important role in keeping our forests healthy and encouraging forest maturation. That's why we're advocating for science-based wolf and wildlife management in our state and working to get the gray wolf back on the endangered species list. A balanced natural world benefits us all.
Hi, I'm Jim Curler, a volunteer for Sierra Club's Wisconsin Wildlife Team, because I love our wild Wisconsin outdoors. This year, our major focus is on promoting the scientific management of the gray wolf population in our state. Thanks to the Endangered Species Act, Wisconsin has a healthy population of wolves, and they're beneficial. They keep deer on the move, which helps protect forest plant diversity. They prey on weak and sick animals, which may help protect our deer herd from chronic wasting disease. As an apex predator at the top of the food chain, wolves can be controversial too. We're advocating for a new state wolf management plan that reflects the latest science and addresses the conflicts that sometimes arise between wolves and domestic animals. Help us take our message to government agencies, elected officials, and the general public. Your financial contribution can give us the communication tools we need and help support the talented Sierra Club staff that advises and facilitates our volunteer work. Thank you for supporting the Sierra Club in Wisconsin through the Big Share.
Chapter 6: You can make a difference. We know that if we take care of nature by respecting and protecting our water, land, and wildlife, nature will repay the favor. We all have a role to play in creating a healthy and balanced world. Your gift supports and ensures the success of these programs to protect our environment and communities. You can make an impact today by supporting us during the Big Share, hosted by the Community Shares of Wisconsin. Your gift supports the work of our dedicated volunteers who are passionate about our work and creating a better future for us all. We can't do it without you.
We hope you've enjoyed our story, but we have more chapters left to write. Please help make the Big Share a big success. Give as generously as you can, and together we can manage our natural resources in a sustainable manner. Your gifts matter. They matter a lot. They make a difference for our climate and our communities. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us and supporting our work as we keep writing our story. The end. Until next time.